Welcome to this channel. The channel is for educations and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So today I like to share with you an extreme important informations so that you be able to really understand what is going on with Wing Chun 1850 or the authentic or the true transmissions of Wing Chun. If you don't know about what I'm going to share with you in this YouTube, you will not know Wing Chun fully. I'm not joking, okay? You will not know Wing Chun fully. Now, I am presenting or sharing this YouTube. It doesn't mean that I am the greatest grandmaster, the best fighter, whatever, the top name or whatever nonsense. I'm sharing this with all of you who want to learn in the present and the future. It's because we need to know what is going on. Chinese culture, a big part has been lost since the Opium War in the 1800s. So after the Opium War, 1840s era, many educated Chinese have switched to Western culture, Western mindsets. So you have the Chinese traditional culture, which is being dropped. Of course, one of the reason this happened is because the Chinese, at the time you should say is the Manchurian Chinese, the Qing Chinese, they feel really disappointed because they lost the Opium War. On the other hand, yes, the Westerner at that time is doing all they can do. Majority of them try to destroy Chinese culture. You read history, that's what it is. They're going to put down all Chinese culture. They're going to destroy it because they want to uh, do the colonizations to break China apart and doing whatever they want to do for their own benefit. This is in the history. In today's our democratic world, this is really low, really disgusting. But 100 years ago, that's what really happened. And that's what it end up that in the Chinese teaching, Chinese culture teaching, many things lost. Okay. So the issue here is what is lost is not lost uh, for the Chinese. It's not. What is lost is actually a part of human civilizations, which is lost. So, like today, I'm American Chinese. So, I'm speaking on this is because this is a part of human civilization. We need to know what it is because if you look at science, science is only hundreds of years old. There are many things which the science still don't know today. Many things in India have been practiced for hundreds, thousands of years in China, but science still have no clue on what is going on. This is a reality. Well, modern science is good. Yes, it is good. But you look at the lifespans, versus the experience of human being in India, in Egypt, in China. There are a lot of things there. So I'm sharing this because we need to know this, not about who is advanced, who is no good, who is whatever, but we need to know what it is. Put our mind on study what it is as it is. Now, so 2 days ago, I shared this YouTube. I shared this YouTube. The three level of training, the three level training of the Wing Chun 一级 Kamyama, the basic stance. And also in the Thanksgiving, I shared the three level of skill of Wing Chun 1850. This is really critical. And yet today, you say 99.99% of people have no idea what is going on with this in the entire world. I'm not exaggerated. I'm just telling you the truth. That's why in today's world, after I sharing that to YouTube, many of our Wing Chun friends have discussed with me, chat with me. The serious issue today is people do not see, people do not know what it is, but keeping keeping made up stuff. It's like, for example, in today, internal Wing Chun. What can you please define what is internal? But if you look at internal today, people, when they talk internal, they actually uh, is like saying that internal is more advanced. So internal equal to advanced. Internal equal to advanced. Is that true? And then internal also mean shortcut. I have mind power. That means I'm superior than you. My teacher is this king of Wing Chun teaching this internal Wing Chun and so forth. We do it this way. So or Wing Chun this Tai Chi Fa Jing way, internal. So what is this internal? Internal meaning advanced. Internal. What is internal? It just it give people a feeling of, oh, this is more advanced. If you learn from me, you pay me $10,000, it will be a shortcut that other people will not know. The external people will not know. And then you do a demo, all this thing. I can tell you straight, all those are goddamn fantasy. Fantasy. Even the grandmaster do not know what is internal, but keeping make it up. The Chinese has been making that up since 1900, early 1900, late 1800 and uh, early 1900 about this Tai Chi Fa Jing. Oh yeah, I can walk on the snow and not leaving any trace. You go read those internal whatever bullshit. It's like that, and people believe in it. Oh, I'm the student of this, student of this, student of this. It's just, in fact, only last week, some there's a Sifu, my my senior in Asia sent me about some lady is using this grandmaster's name, and just make believe that she is the student of that grandmaster, which she got nothing to do with it, and claim that. So today you full of this bullshit. And you look at it, you say, well, today we have a million Wing Chun practitioner. I don't know is that a million is true or not, but say just 10% of it, 100,000, and even 100,000 maybe is too much. Say 10,000. When you have garbage like this, fantasy like this, you actually put that 10,000 people in risk, in fake security, in false security. Of course, within the 10,000 people, there are people who go study some MMA, study some kickboxing or sanda, and then go back and then, challenge everybody like they know it all in Wing Chun. And yet, come on, everybody can see you have nothing. Just being young, being muscle, and then you say you think can bully people, but you have nothing because you have never learned what is Wing Chun. So I start with this like I'm whining. No, I'm not whining. I'm telling you this serious thing. We need to clear this thing up. That's why I make that to YouTube. Now, I make this to YouTube because if you don't know this to YouTube, then there's no Wing Chun. You think I'm very broad and very assertive? No, I'm not. Because what in the past 100 years, what you see in today's world, most are made up creation, modern creations, based on Tai Chi, based on different stuff, Honga and all this thing. So we need to make it clear for everybody so everybody be able to understand what they get into. Now, so in this YouTube, I said I share this demo. Actually, in that YouTube, all I already explained many things because there are a lot of details in these two YouTubes. Those who have trained eyes see know what I'm talking about. But most people don't know because their mindset, they don't have the educations. So that's why I decided to make this YouTube after talking with many Wing Chuners friends to clear things up. Now, just this simple move, just this simple move. Just this simple move. One single very basic move. One single really basic momentum or attacking in Wing Chun or strike in Wing Chun. There are a lot of things here. Of course, people complain with me saying that, Hendrik, why don't you use get an opponent? Let me tell you why I don't take an opponent. Because I don't want to pull my hand back. I don't want to pull my hand back. I go. I exit, I exit. That's why I don't want those demo with the two people. If with a partner there, are you going to pull back or are you going to go for it? So I don't like it. I just want to go whatever it is. And it is as simple as this, but there are many things there. And so why am I going to show this and share this today? Because I want you to know the details. You know where to look at things. And like the other day, some friends told me, well, Hendrik, I know this. we practice the same like this. I said, why don't you just make a YouTube of yourself, a video of yourself, compare with it. See, you do what I'm doing, or you think you do what I'm doing. Is this serious? Okay. So just take this example. Really simple example. Let me share with you. If you are having the true transmission like me, being trained that way, what is inside there? Okay. So here on, you know what is Wing Chun. Okay. Don't get into those good bullshit internal whatever thing. Okay. Now, Wing Chun is never like this in the movie, playing with hands like this. Wing Chun also is not this. Wing Chun is not this. Okay, this is called movie. This is called people who have no idea on what is Wing Chun. It's just playing movie. This is dead serious. I'm saying this. Okay, just look at it again. In the real life, people don't fight this way. Okay, now we always need to know if you want to learn an art, it doesn't matter it's Wing Chun or is other traditional Chinese martial art, Choi Lei Fat or Ngo Zhou, you need to know the landscapes, which is I go through it before, the moral code, the fighting style momentum, the body conditioning or functioning training, and then the attainment, the goal, what do you want to train this for? The practice, how do you do it and how you verify that you really got it. You need to know this. Okay. So like the fighting style momentum, this is Ngo Zhou, like in over here uh we have Sifu Mark Wiley share with us on the Orthodox Ngo Zhou Kun. Ngo Zhou is not going to fight, even is going to in the very short distance. Ngo Zhou is going to fight, is not going to fight like Wing Chun. Like in this YouTube, in all this YouTube, in this Ngo Zhou YouTube with Sifu Mark Wiley and this, I share with you that the way how the Wing Chun handle for example, the shoulder blade is different than Ngo Zhou because they are different arts. So the body conditioning is different because of their fighting momentum is different. Now, so in Chinese Kung Fu, the reality of fighting start from Qi Ji Guang. Fighting is an exchange of impulse momentum governed by the impulse momentum theorem. Once fighting starts, the exchange of impulse momentum will continue on until one party unable to function and is going to change angle, distance, and the level. Up and down, distance, nobody is going to fight this way, standing there and fight this way. Okay? So, because of the different fighting momentum, the body conditioning, the functional training are all different. So this is late Sifu Alex Kuo, who is the teacher of Sifu Mark Wiley. You look at his body conditioning. They're going to use that and fight that way. So in Wing Chun, we have the six core element. They name it differently. Okay, so they have their Ngo Ki Lat, they have their 12 soft and their eight hard, all kinds of stuff. We have six core element, we have seven bolts, different. And we train differently. They train their shoulder blades so that they be able to vibrate. So there's a term in Fujian. It's called 有心 Chun. 有心 meaning the body is shaking. 尊格, Chun meaning the vibrations of the shoulder blade when they power their body, exert their power. Okay. So is that internal? Sure. You need to know how to use all those things, and they have their uniqueness in their strength. As Wing Chun, I shared with you before that you use the shoulder penetrating jing, the left and right penetrations, and then the torque, the torquing. That is Wing Chun. It's very different than the Ngao Zhou. Now, so because of Wing Chun is a different style, have anybody really see how Wing Chun function? Wing Chun 1850 functions? Well, obviously, when we talk about Wing Chun, everybody thinking Wing Chun is this. Everybody thinking Wing Chun is this. Moving your hand this way, using your hand techniques. Well, there's not Wing Chun. So the problem is, if you look at this type of Wing Chun, the hand techniques thing, you have no body conditioning. You don't have functional training. You don't have this type of stuff. This is the entire body. Look at the entire body move or not. See, it is not just your hand move. It is the entire body and your breathing and your momentum. It's not this. This body move? No, it's just like this. Okay? Now, so in Wing Chun, before that, I like to share with you in all Chinese Kung Fu. There's no shortcut, there's no magic, there's no those nonsense weekend seminar, you will learn everything. Yeah. This is Chinese. Cultivations, improvement, learning, or practice is like what? Like flowing water wearing away stone. Stumbling and bumping along the way, it is a process of changing the former flow of things, not a small, unobstructed path. Okay? Sudden enlightenment is the experience of traversing countless detours. It is not a description of instant success. There's no such thing as you come to learn from me that that you right away instantly and you will be everything flows smoothly. That's called nonsense. In the real life, it never happened that way. Even if even me who go through this, I have to go through thousands of times of stumbling and bumping. Because how can you know that when you do this is proper? How can you know that? You say punching a punch. How can I know that I punch that punch is proper? Uh, Many of you know that I'm a Kyokushin. So it is the same as a Kyokushin. 1,000 days of beginner hearts. If that thing you don't practice, that punch or that kick, you don't go through thousand of time, 1,000 of time, you don't know what the heck's going on. Okay? And within the thousand of time, of course, Your body change, it transform and so forth. It go through a transformations. There's no such thing as it's like you go up to the highway right away, you go to where you want. There's no, that is like flowing water wearing away stone. The water keep dipping. The stone is there, not going to let you go through. The water keep dipping, 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 dipping until some days it go deeper and deeper, 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 penetrate, penetrate, and someday it go pass through. But what it take a lot of the water flowing through, dipping through to in order to get through that stone. That's the reality. There's no such thing as internal. I have this Fa Jing as so many people. You look at those Wing Chun internal grandmaster who do the Fa Jing. You look at their student. Their student look like what? Look like dummy. Okay, and the grandmaster look like what? Look like those people who is playing tricks, magic tricks. Those kind of thing. You go up to a tournament, a real open. You see get KO or not? Because it never exists. Those things are fantasy. Okay? So put in mind, when you want to learn something, even just a punch, the truth is like as simple as what in Kyokushin is said, you have to have 1,000 days and still have a beginner's heart. Whatever your kick and punch, if you don't do more than 1,000, you don't know what the heck's going on. Okay? So there are no this hand technique, that hand technique's nonsense. Okay? Now, let's get into Wing Chun, the training of Wing Chun, serious. Wing Chun training, as I shared in the previous two YouTube, in this two YouTube, the three-level YouTube. For a proper Wing Chun educations, those who really have trained in authentic true transmission, it always have to go through the chi nourishing training, fitness training, and strengthening training. You miss any one of this, that means your training, your education is incomplete. If you don't know about this, it's guaranteed. It's a disaster. So we like it or not in Wing Chun, we have to have all this training. The chi nourishing training, the fitness training, the strengthening training. Just to illustrate really simple, in a very simple, basic way. So everybody be able to go try it out, and directly experience it. Just taste it. Still, you don't know what it is, but you taste it, you can see, oh yeah, now I know what is going on. We don't know what it is, but we know what is going on. And only with that, when you go through like the water wearing away stone, it's stumbling, bumping all the way. But you know that yeah, the water is hitting that stone. How is that experience? So, three type of training. If you don't have that three type of training, forget about it. You will not be able to do what I'm doing. It look like no big deal, but if you don't have that three type of training, you will not be able to execute what I'm doing. Okay. So for the chi nourishing train, for this, the chi nourishing, the fitness training, and the strengthening training. When you do the nourishing training and the strengthening training, your blood flow, your blood flow distribution will be different. So when you do the chi nourishing training, your blood flow will get into your internal organs, like your kidney, okay, your abdomen, and other thing. When you get into the strengthening training, your blood flow distribution will go strongly, majorly into your skeletal muscle. Not not much for your internal organs anymore. Like for example, your kidney, which is very important functions, at your strengthening training, which is anaerobic, your blood flow of the kidney will be reduced. The distribution will be reduced compared with the when you are in the chi neurosing. So say the blood flow distribution of the kidney at the chi neurosing training, it is this is 1100 unit. At the strengthen training, this is 600 unit. So from 1000, 1100 to 600, you see how it decreased. And in the fitness training here, of course, it's going to in the halfway between this and that, depend on the conditions. Okay, but you need to know that the blood flow distribution and distribution here, that is internal. That is internal. Okay. Now, however, if you do not have the strengthening training where your blood flow is not in the muscle, how the hell are you going to train your muscle endurance? How are you going to train your muscular endurance? So when people talk about internal, have no idea on this, thinking that they have this chi, this jing, yet they cannot address this strengthening training and the blood flow, everything. You know they are bullshit. So real internal people know about this blood flow stuff because this is related to your chi flow. Okay. When you want to heal your body, of course, you want to get into the blood flow distributions in your internal organ. When you want to strengthen it, your muscle and so forth, of course, you want to get it into the blood flow in this part, the skeletal muscle. Otherwise, how are you going to fight? Okay. So just using this blood flow and chi flow, you can see most people are talking bullshit here. Mind power of Wing Chun. Tai Chi Wing Chun power. So tell me, oh, you have a Qi Gong or whatever shit. So tell me, how do you manage your blood flow distributions? If you have no idea on that, how do you train? Now, this thing is for Qi neurosing. Is your Zhanzhuang. You know that at this time the blood circulation, the blood flow distribution is within the internal organs for recovery. You know about your breathing, your intra-abdominal pressures, your diaphragm, your breathing intra-abdominal pressure, and then your pelvic floor muscle. You know all this thing. Okay. And you want to get your mind, okay, like this guided intention unified with Shen is the practice of recalling the mind and consciousness awareness state. Okay. So recalling it back. So as you said, gather intentional unified awareness, the classical phase while standing in the equal shoulder stand describe a practice of recalling the mind to the present movement. present moment. And then unite the at Tan Tian Du Marian Sing is the practice of effortless, mindful, focused state. Okay? In classic Chinese uh, terminology, unite at the Dantian or sing the qi to the Dantian describe the state of calm awareness anchor in the lower abdomen accompanied with relaxed deep diaphragmatic breathing. Within the traditional language is said to be allowed the qi vital energy to sing unite at the Dantian. Now, so the qi nourishing training itself, you have your blood and your qi in your internal organs. This is how you do it. Anybody who practice this will do this. They be able to handle their pelvic floor muscle and their diaphragm, handle their breathing and their intra-abdominal pressure will causing the massaging of their internal organs. They be able to call themselves back, recalling the mind state. Okay, this is the recalling the mind state or recalling the mind to the present moment. And then it be able to sing Qi to Dan Tian. So this is this Qi nourishing training. So now you see this. This is what it is. This is what it do. This is how it train. You know the goal. You know how to do it. Now, for the strengthening training, this is the strengthening training. Okay. Don't know what happened. So for the strengthening training, everybody can try it. You just jump a few times, okay? Like you just drive yourself up a few times. That is the strengthening training. Compare with standing there peacefully, like you want to sleep, or you be able to sleep. That is the chi neurosing training. With this, stand there, squat down, and jump high. Do it a few times, and you can see that how is it actually training the power of your muscle. It is completely different than this, where you have your mind calm down, your breathing is smooth, your body you feel recover, and those kind of stuff. This is a completely different type of physiological state, a different type of training. And in the between this, between this chi neurosing training and this jumping training, okay, is this where you are training. This is the fitness training, fitness conditioning, where you train the circulations of your body, where your blood flow distributions is between the not as much as in your internal organ and not that much in your muscle. And you activate your entire seven balls and your entire body. Okay. So you can do that. You can do actually Go do this, standing there, see whether you'll be able to reach that point of like sleeping. Entire body is lightweight, the breathing is deep, and all kind of stuff. Yes, like a sleeping. And then you can do this and see how your body is actually moving in the flow manner. And then you go do this. And now you need the power to sprint, to jump high. And to when you drop down to the ground, your body be able to handle it. So this is the three types of training: the chi, neurosing, the fitness, the strengthening. Go try it out. Now in Wing Chun, 1850s classic, if you don't have this three type of training, forget about it. So if anybody talking about I'm just doing this slow like playing Tai Chi, and you say that well, I can fudging, I can fight, forget about it. Why? Because your body have never been trained in this thing. You never been trained this explosive stuff. Now again, if you are talking about this and you never train in this, calling yourself back and be able to drop your heart rate, increase your heart rate variability, you don't have the chi neurosing training. And if you train some MMA and kickboxing or whatever, keeping talking about internal is nonsense, whatever, while you're doing this only, where your blood circulation, your blood flow distribution is always on your big muscle and everything. How the hell you can know this? Can I check you on whether you are trained in this chi neurosing or not? And the fitness. Sure, you look at his body is rigid, is big muscle. That's why in Wing Chun it say that you don't want to lift weight so that it become localize your big muscle. Does mean that you don't lift weight, meaning that you don't want to lift weight until your body is in balance. Because Wing Chun has to do this training, this training. If you don't have that, you don't have a comprehensive, you don't have a full training. And this is very just simple. I share this in this YouTube, this to YouTube. This is just your EG Kamyong Ma. So this is in your EG Kamyong Ma, in your basic stance, isn't it? In your basic stance. Okay? In your basic stance. In your basic stance. If your basic stance cannot do that, clamping your knee and all your structure and everything, what are you doing? Seriously, ask the questions. Now it's very simple. Everybody can go. Stand in your EG Kamyongma, jump high a few times. Say 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as high as possible. To experience that, to have a taste of that strengthening training. What the strengthening training means. Standing there and have your entire body move. Have your entire body move. Up and down, sideways, turning. Move it really smoothly. See how it feels. Standing there. The body, entire body loosening up, like you'll be able to sleep. Feel it. Then it's very this simple for you to be able to have a taste. You even though you don't know everything, you have a taste of what are they. And these are the training you need to do it. You need to know. You need to know how to handle your pelvic floor muscle and your diaphragm, your intra-abdominal pressure, your breathing, handle your mind. You need to be able to handle all your seven bones and joints, left and right. You need to be able to handle the explosiveness of, you need the muscle to do that. It's this simple. If your Xiu Tao cannot do that, that means, what are you doing that for? Not to mention, at strengthening training. Okay, so this is heart rate. This is heart rate. At high heart rate or in the zone 4, zone 5, zone 4, zone 5. At this zone 4, zone 5, see what they burn? It burns carbohydrate. So that's why this is called what? This is called anaerobic training. So it means when you do this for a few times, say you do it for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, but don't do it if your body cannot take it. Just do it to taste it, but not until your body cannot take it. Those are burning carbohydrates, burning caps. What this is burning oxygen. That's why it's called aerobics. This is burning oxygen and fat. Okay, so it's different type of energy system. Your body is powered by oxygens and burning fat. Your your body is powered by oxygen. That's why these are aerobic stuff. Aerobic stuff. Aerobic stuff. But when you go to this, your body is burning carbohydrates. The system is different. So if you're keeping telling me that you do this kind of slow Tai Chi and you can fight and you can fudging, forget about it. This is called bullshit. Why? If you're keeping doing this aerobic endurance stuff, the most you can get aerobic endurance, burning oxygen, using oxygen for your energy. How are you going to manage when your body need to use carbohydrate, burn carbohydrate for your energy? You can. So in a conclusion, this is burning oxygen, this is burning carbohydrates. The blood flow distribution, this is in your internal organs, this is in your muscle skeletal, muscle. If you never go through this internal organ and muscle skeleton and burning carbohydrate and burning oxygen, how the hell you have the full systems? So don't tell me you have this mind power, you have this Tai Chi, Fa Jing, do it slowly. Your body couldn't even handle as what it needs to handle. When you need to deliver the power, you need the carbohydrate burning energy. When you need to recovery, there is the oxygen. When you need to recovery, you get the blood flow distributions into your internal organs. When you need to fight, that blood flow distributions is in your muscle. strenuous exercise at rest. So unless you know this, you don't know internal. Okay? Every parts of this is a part of internal. And this is just what? This is just a basic. You can go try it. Seriously, go try it doing this exactly what I'm doing exactly what I'm doing exactly what I'm doing, and have a taste. And you say, oh yeah, my 小领 actually have to train myself this way, and my stance have to support this three type of training. How difficult is that? It's simple stuff. If you spend, if I'm with you, spend half an hour, you clearly know, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. Why bother standing 100 years in your 一级 or I want to stand this way, my structure this way, that way. How the hell are you going to develop this thing? As what I share with you on your mind, on your blood circulations, on your energy. Generations, anaerobic, aerobic, blood circulation, blood distributions uh, in your internal organs, blood flow distribution in internal organs, blood flow distributions in the muscle, calling your mind, your mind back, your conscious back in when you're recovery. That is how the states you want to be able to recover your body. This is the states when you want to fight. And this is the state you want to test out your body to see how the entire mobility. It's this simple, this straightforward. We can keep in talking about which grandmaster, what grandmaster, who learned from who, all this nonsense for next 1,000 years, but you don't know this tree is guarantee you dead. What are you doing? Doing the sets, and then when you fight, you just do fight brute force, fight whatever you learn from your MMA, your BJJ, your kickboxing, your whatever. Don't call that Wing Chun. Because when you face people like that, which who know what exactly they are doing, it's a joke. And yes, in China, in Asia, in around the world, there are many people still like that. They know this. Okay. So as Bodhidharma from the Shaolin said, when he come from in come to China from India, he said that don't cheat yourself, don't cheat others, or don't get cheated. If you don't know what I'm just sharing with you on the basic body conditioning, you actually cheated yourself. That's simple. Now, if you have that, if you have all this training, then you need to have this recycling of momentum training. Okay. Power training is not enough. This is just exertions of power. You need to have the recycling. You need to have the recycling. Why? Because you are playing with momentum in fight. In fighting, you are playing momentum. One momentum, one momentum transform to another momentum. You're going to punch somebody, you're going to attack somebody, somebody is going to move away. And then what? Your momentum is there. You have to recycle it. You're not start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Okay. So after you have this power, which you build up your power muscle and everything, you can exert your power. You still need to be able to recycle your momentum. Now, for me, you even train with this. Why is that? Why is that training red belt training band? Because there's resistance bands. So I'm going to do a recycling momentum, and of course, my opponent is going to stop me. Or if I go too far, I have to recycle it. Of course, all this is against me, and I have to use the resistance bands to change my body to be able to know how to handle the momentum because the entire thing is a momentum play. I even go do this. So why doing that? Well, even in the recycling momentum, there's no guarantee your opponent won't going down. You're going to struggle. So you need that. So this momentum stuff is belong to your strengthening training stuff. This thing is for your motions, for your smooth motions. Everything is different. It's like in military, everything is calculated. There is no such thing as accident. That's called Wing Chun training. Okay, now. So in Wing Chun, it's a forearm style. Wing Chun is not Ngao Zhou, Wing Chun is not Chai Lei Fat, Wing Chun is not Hong Ga. So you have your leg arm to handle your opponent's leg, your body for tactical jamming, and then your left arm, right arm, you have forearm. So in a real life, that is how it look like. This is how it look like. Well, you say, well, Hendrik, are you sure? The good thing of today's technology world is that we be able to slow it down and can explain to you. Of course, in the ancient time, like in my seafood generation, they will not tell you. And now I open it up to the entire world. Why? Because I don't want it to be extinct. And many people in Asia, even last month, a very well-known seafood in Hong Kong just tell me, Hendrik, certain thing you might not want to release it because what if the bad people, the cheater, they make use of it to make money? Well, there's a balance there. That's why there's certain thing I don't release. But the big picture, I want to get all our Wing Chun brothers and sisters know. If you don't get this, you put you in the front line for the war. Am I going to see you all get wiped out? So for this, let's analyze it. Let's analyze it. Okay. And also for the those friends who talk to me about why we do it the same, you need to know what you're looking at. It's not just you think you do the same, but you don't. First, as what I share with you, you have to go through this training. Nurture chi, fitness, your strengthening, be able to handle your blood flow distributions into your internal organ, the blood flow circulations, distributions to your muscle to build out your body, call your mind back, your chi and all those kind of stuff. And then you need to be able to generate energy with your carbohydrate or oxygens because you're human. So there's aerobic and anaerobic. And then you need to do this recycling momentum. And then only that, after that, okay, when this is the first part of the Xiu Lim Tao, very simple, 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, two move, right? This move. That two move. Okay? Just this, two move. But don't watch on this my hand, this two move. Look at my body, how my body move. My body turn, right? Isn't it? That two move is actually this two move. One, two. That two move is there. The body, everything is there in the sets. But if I don't break the entire thing for you, you don't know. Same with when I was trained 40 years ago. Okay, so you need to have this functional training, your body conditioning. Otherwise, your body is you don't even have a car. So don't talk about race. Okay, so look at it slowly. The first move and the second move. Okay, now the first move. See the leg step in. Okay, you got him, and then you do the second move. So when the first move, actually you are in a different angle and different distance. Look at it again, slow motion. You go one side and then go the other side. You just go this side and then go this side. Look at it clearly. You go this side and then go this side. That is the angle change. Okay. Now the second thing you want to look at it is my body is closing in now, isn't it? Now, so that is the first, and then the second. Okay. Now look at my body. Look at my entire body really carefully. When I do this, you see my leg is dropping. My body weight is dropping. You see my weight is dropping down. And then when I push, you see that my body is actually pushed forward and dropping. Drop, go, pushing. So there are two things. There are two fudging there. Even when I do this, even when I do this, not the hand, is that injections of the force down or my body weight. I actually drop my body weight. I generate that momentum to generate that force down to the ground and shoot it out. You you when you touch him, when you touch him, it's not just touch him. You want to actually disrupt him. If his hand is really solid, you want to actually fudging and shoot him down, get his body jerked down. Okay, you're actually jerking his entire body down with your entire body's weight, with your momentum. Okay, and then you go, your entire body go. That's the second fudging. Now, so the first one, you want to jerk him down, perturb his body, and then you look at how the second thing. You see the leg is going up there already. Okay, the leg is going down already. Okay, now you see for the leg going in, The body is lean in already. So that is what the fall, the body. You see this body like leaning in? That's what it is. So it is this. This is the first jerk down. Okay, the first jerk down, the first jerk down, and then the leg is going crushing him. Okay, again, you see how he get in? Changing the angle, the leg attack, the body lean in already. Now stick in and then you shoot him out. Of course, the entire body go. So it's as simple as this. As simple as this. You don't see what I'm doing, right? There's two fudging there. One is to jerk you down in a different angle. Another thing is to shoot you while the leg is crushing in. The body is jamming in and the hand sweep out, the exiting out. See, that's what it is. There's two, there's two momentum. The first momentum is this momentum. The first momentum is this momentum. You see, you rush in. At this distance, you rush in. Okay, there's too fast here. Okay. Okay. You see the rush in already. This thing already pushing or dropping the dummy this way. And then you go on the so it go in one direction and then go another direction in. Just look at it slowly. Okay. Do it using in a slow way. It's all different way. So this is what is said one momentum change to another momentum. And of course, as what I have shared with you, at every strike, it is that you see this, you see this. When the hand come down, this leg, pay attention to that leg, dropping the entire body weight down. You see that? Slowly. Okay. You see, dropping my body is down already. You see, it becomes dropping this leg. And then, and then you get close, the leg come in, jam his leg, striking a leg, this leg. You go in, the body shift in already. You see this leg? You see, if you look at this leg, it's pushing it out. So the front leg, this leg, is putting is transferring the weight down after the weight is here. It transfer the weight to the front leg. Now it going down while your back leg is pushing and the body is lean up already. Okay. So you see the body, how the entire thing, the body going down. The body move in. Same thing. Get in, you jerk him. Okay, you jerk him here, this distance. You move in already after you jerk him because you want to move. You move. He go one directions. You open him. In other words, you open him up and you go in. Okay. Now at this time is you open him in the transition. Now this is before crushing his leg. Now you're crushing his leg. You're crushing his leg. Okay. And then the body move in. And you just shoot him out. So there's this. So I using today's technology to show you all this thing. Unless we train this way, we actually don't know what we are doing. So yeah, as you can see that it is this type of things. It is this type of thing where the entire body move. It is not this. It's, it's never like that. It's keeping changing the angle. So that's why you have to prepare with the recycling momentum. Recycling momentum. And you have to prepare with the resistance band because you're going to get pulled over or get jammed or something like that. And or you're going to get dragged down. And you still need to be able to handle your body. Hopefully, this YouTube I share with you whatever is in Wing Chun. Hopefully, you all be able to develop that. There's Wing Chun, one momentum transform to another momentum changing, and your body is like what they say, snakes. See, this is not very different than Ngô Cho's body. This body is like snake, right? Changing the angle, attacking, and then attacking the body and all this thing, and then the penetrating shoulder, jing, and all this thing go. So it's very simple thing, but there's so much details there. That's how we look at things. And that's why when I look at, say, like the late Sifu, Alex Core, I say, oh, there's so many things there. Okay. So I know the details, how they play with this thing when you get close. Until then, you really don't know what it is. You cannot go to China and have a tour and everything. This hand technique, that hand techniques. No, I mean that's why I let everybody's attention, put everybody's attention. You just look at that. At this thing, at first is this far away, then that, then this thing. This is this far away. Me is this far away. The first step up in a diagonal way at this halfway. and that beginning to jerk him down. You jerk him down because you want to enter. You want to create the opening. And then once you have the opening, your leg come in to attack his leg, and then your body lean in, and then you strike him. That's the forearm. Okay? So that is this. That is this. That's how Wing Chun fight. That's why Wing Chun is not ngozo. Wing Chun is not using this kind of mechanic or this kind of training. Wing Chun is just it just slips in different angle and changing. And you need to have this training, fitness training, the chi neurosing, fitness training, the strengthening training, your recycling momentum, your resistant recycling momentum, your up down recycling momentum. Otherwise, a very simple thing like this, you will not know what it is. It's just that. Yeah, it's just that. It's just this, isn't it? With the entire body. So in the ancient, Wing Chun is named as very detailed, very small, very minute, very how to say that, very refined. Is because if I just share this with you, if I just share this, if I just share this, okay, if I share this again, I share with you. I don't share this with you. You will not know how the uniqueness. If I share this with you, I do not share with this training with you. This training, this training, the fitness training, this strengthening training, the recycling momentum training, the resistant recycling momentum training up and down, and tell you that there's forearm, and telling you that how you want to using your momentum injection, the fudging number one, and number two fudging. There's two fudging there, and it continue on by changing the direction. You see that? This fudging is the direction is come from here. Okay, you see that this is downward this way. This is downward that way. And then that is that way. So one is going this way, one is toward this direction, another is toward this direction. So even I'm facing you this, the number one is this direction. Number two is this direction. So it never is this. It never is this. It never is this direction. Number one is this direction. Number second is this direction. It's just that this direction. So if I don't share this thing, you don't see what it is. But you don't see what it is, it become a disaster. Of course, what I'm sharing with you, most people not in the inner circle have the true transmission will not know what it is. In the ancient, it's purposely not to release this. But now I share with you to share with you that this is Wing Chun. If we don't protect it, we don't keeping train on it, we develop it, and then everybody be able to experience it. The day I die, the entire thing go down to my grave with me. And you can see the Chinese culture is dying this way, slowly it dying that way. And again, as what I say, it is not just Chinese culture, it's the ancient, it is the human civilizations. You know, why do we want our civilization to go to hell? So this is what I like to share with you, okay? Let's talk straight in this thing. Got nothing to do with I know it most, I know it more than you, or whatever, whatever. Got nothing to do with that. It's to make this thing clear, this very basic here. Make sure that the EG Ma really support all the training until the fighting. Of course, I don't want to promote fighting. I share this as an art. Now, the last thing you asked me is, well, Hendrik, all this thing, how come this momentum and so forth, so forth? Well, ask the questions. If you fight with the muscle only and so forth, what is the degree of damaging? If you fight with the entire momentum, what is the degree of damaging? What I'm sharing with you on all this momentum play is to create the maximum damaging. It's not about winning. This is not a competitive art. Competitive combat, this is to create the most damaging. Why? Why is the Buddhist art? It's for protect people. So is that contradictory to say that you want to create the most damaging? No. The most damaging is meaning that you want to have this fight. You know you're not going to get out undamaged. So people have to think twice because win or lose, you have to take the damage. And the Buddhist art is to avoid fighting. When both parties know that it can be damaged big time, it's like if you have a nuclear bomb, I have a nuclear bomb. You want to go to war, you have to calculate really carefully. Now, if I don't have a nuclear bomb, I just have this punching this way. You have your MMA, your BJJ, your kickboxing, your whatever, and you can KO whatever. People are going to bully you, isn't it? Because when other people have a nuclear bomb, you just have a bow and arrow. So just like, well, Cecil don't make fun of Wing Chun saying, well, Wing Chun is just for demo, we is for KO. What? This is what I'm sharing is to tell Cecil Dong too. We play with momentum, impose momentum, continuous play with momentum. That is begin with General Chi Chi Kwang Huang 50 years ago. So you think twice. If other people have nuclear bomb, you have nuclear bomb, you cannot bully them. You think twice. So I share with you, it is this, the damage, really damaging stuff, very destructive stuff. So the best thing is since both parties know that it's destructive stuff, it's no good to think, oh, I'm number one fighter, I can fight you, I can slap you, and all this thing. You know you're not going to get out without destructions. So is that worth it for that exchange? So that's the way. Both parties have nuclear bomb, stay away. Okay? Because in this world, even in a Buddhist, you want to talk really sensible, reasonable. There are always people who want to bully, act like they are best fighter. But when both parties have nuclear bomb and you say that, okay, are you up to that? Of course, people is going to back down because you know that you're going to pay a price too. And that's the way that it's better to be like that because peace have to be arrive at peaceful peace. Sometimes you have to have power behind the negotiations. So imagine if you are you're teaching self-defense to a female who is having a smaller frames, like our daughter, our kids. How is he going to fight a bigger guy? Usually bigger guy will have a bigger muscle, like aggressions and everything. But if you have this momentum impulse gene, so it's like Bruce Lee and bigger guy. Well, momentum is mass multiplied by velocity. The smaller guy with a smaller momentum, a smaller guy with a smaller body weight can speed up that thing because a smaller frame is more agile. Still can reach that momentum to for destruction, isn't it? And of course, the bottom line is that we don't want to use it. If it's not necessary, we don't want to use it for just nonsense. So the Buddhists say that you use it only for protect the people, innocent people, protect your country, protect your family, not for I'm number one. Oh, let's fight because I can beat you. What is that? So the reality is of Kung Fu is like, wait. So this is what I like to share with you. It's almost 2026. We need to know what is the truth. And from whatever we have, we improve it. Nobody know it all. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is the best. We need to know the reality so that we can improve everybody.